Alright, so I've gone ahead to mark out my bust radius. So my bust radius is the difference between my bust point to my underbust. So I rotated it all around to indicate where my bust is going to sit. So my bust is sitting all around here, as you can see. So I still have some more space around here to work with. So the next thing I want to do now, I want to determine the neckline. So for the neckline, I will advise you measure the sleeve measurement. Okay, you take your sleeve measurement. So for this particular neckline, I'm making use of 3 inches as my sleeve measurement. And the 3 inches I have here, I'm going to place my pattern ruler this way, the way it is right there on the thumbnail. I'll just go this way. Okay, all right. So, and I have this connect this way. So I'll just, okay, because if I have to go this way, I'll be eating right. So just connect to this point. Later we'll blend it up when we cut off. So I've marked out the neckline. So next is to share what I have on this line and on this line for my over bust tightening. So from here to here, I take 0.75, which is 3/4, and from here to here I take another 3/4. Like I earlier said, this works almost for everybody. So I'm going to connect this off shoulder, as you can see, right at that point, and I'm going to connect this to this point. So I'm going to cut out everything I have right here. Later we'll match this to this and reblend our neckline. So at this point, we are not going to replace this dart. This is an off shoulder, and for off shoulders, we have an off shoulder calculation, which is shoulder divide by 2 minus 1.5. So if I have to replace my dart right here, I'm also going to take it off again. So for off shoulders, the easiest way to make this is take off 1.5 and reconnect your armhole. So I'm going to reconnect my off shoulder armhole right now from that point. So it's as easy as that, and it works for everybody. So just give it a try and drop your comment on the comment section and tell me how it went. So I've connected from this point to this point, and I've taken away my dart. No replacement of that, like I said earlier. So the next thing I want to do now, on the underbust, I'm going to tighten my underbust. If you want your off shoulders to sit properly, you need the underbust to sit properly as well. So if the underbust does not sit on your bust, then the off shoulder will be wobbling. It will be going up and down, shifting up and down and all that, and that will not be nice. So I'm working with underbust of 39, okay, circumference of 36 inches. Divide by 4 will give me 9 inches. So this is my 9 inches. I will make a mark right here. So what I have remaining right here is 1.5. So I will share 0.25 from this dart leg to this dart leg, and the rest of 1.25. Please make sure you take this accurately for a perfect underbust tightening. My underbust circumference is 36. Divide by 4 will give me 9. So you can see I measured from the center front, and I take it 9 inches and I mark. So what I have from here to here now is what I measured as 1.5. And the 1.5 I added from here to here 0.25, and the rest of 1.25 I added here for a perfect contour line. The dart intake here is 1.5. Take note of that, okay? So I'll place my pattern ruler this way. I want you to see how I place my pattern ruler. Very important. You can see it from this point going directly to the bust point, and I'll flip it this way and keep arranging it from this point to move directly to this point as well. So the next I will do is to connect what I have on my off shoulder this way and connect it back this way, as you can see, and we are done with this off shoulder bustier. So this is my front number 1, and this is front number 2, which I'm going to cut later. So but before I cut this, I want to go over to the back. So to the back, I'm going to extend the off shoulder line. Okay, so simply I'm going to off by 5 inches as we did, So whatever you off at the front, that is what you are going to off at the back as well. So I take the line all the way to this line. Can you see that? All the way to this line. So the first thing I want to do is to contour my back. Very important, because the human back is not as straight as you are seeing right here. So on my back length is 15 inches. Remember we took 2 inches. The back length is 15 inches and the front length is 2 inches. So this is the difference right here. That is the 2 inches difference. And it is this 2 inches difference that we used for our bust dart. So by the time we close our bust dart, everything matches up with what we have at the back length. All right, people, so I'm going to contour my back. I'm contouring this back from the center front with 0.75, which is 3/4 for a perfect fit at the back. And here I'm going to place my pattern ruler this way and connect back to the neckline. So I just changed my marker because I need you to see what I'm doing accurately. So from here, from this red line, okay, which I contoured my back, I'm going to remeasure my bust 43 divided by 4, which is 10.75. You can see the new mark. And from here, I'm going to remeasure my waist divided by 4, which is 9, plus my dart intake of 1.5. So this is my new line. So I'm going to reconnect my back. So this is what I got for my back at this point. So remember that we've already offed our off shoulder by 5 inches. So next we want to do is to determine the neckline. So for the neckline, it depends on how deep you want your neckline to be. Okay, I will be coming up by 2 inches from my chest line. This is my chest line. I'll be coming up by 2 inches. So if I do that, I'll place my pattern ruler this way, and from there I'm going to connect. But before I connect, remember I told you the back does not have a dart. The front has a dart, which we took off at 1.5. So simply minus 1.5. Simply take away from here. Just go in from here and minus 1.5. Okay, so this 1.5 is the off shoulder rule. Okay, the off shoulder rule, which says that what you have on the shoulder from here to here is 8 inches. Your shoulder 8 inches minus 1.5. Some people minus 2 inches. So if I minus 1.5 from my shoulder of 8 inches, here I'll be having 6.5. Okay, so here I also expect to have 6.5. So from here to here, I expect to be having, okay, 6.5. All right, please just take the 6.5 because of this, the contour line. Okay, so you just measure from the contour line and mark your 6.5. Okay, so this is my 6.5, and that is where I'm going to connect. So I'll just connect right away. Okay, so from here to here, I should be having the 1.5, okay, plus my contour line. Okay, you know we've shifted a little bit. So from here to here, which is the shoulder measurement, is 1.5, which is the minus of the off shoulder. So from here now, I'm going to reconstruct my off shoulder neck armhole. So you can see my off shoulder armhole right now, and I'm going to also reconnect from there my off shoulder neckline. So this is how your off shoulder is going to look at the back. So you can do this. If you want to sew this as 2-piece, just extend this, call this B1 and call this B2. So now we are done with this off shoulder. I'm going to first of all cut what I have at the back. So I'll just go ahead and cut I'm cutting right here. Okay. Alright, so if you want to close up your dart, this you want to sew this as one piece, you can just simply close up the dart from here. You can just close up your dart. That is if you want to do this. If you close up your dart, this is how you are going to place it and cut. Okay, this is how you are going to place and cut. But if you don't want to close up your dart, you want to make it as two piece, I'll cut it for you to see how you can sew a two piece. All you need to do is to sew the two panels together. Cut off the dart, sew the two panels together, and place your, if you are working with a lace fabric, after you have joined these two panels together, that is sew with add your seam allowance of 0.5 and sew. Once you are done sewing, you have it this way together. So you can now place your lace on top of your doll face satin fabric. So this is it for the back piece.